Without history, where would we be? This next group has preserved a special part of their town and our country's history. Please welcome the Friends of Anzac Memorial Bridge, Kaiparoro Incorporated, from the Tararua district.
Tēnā koutou katoa. My name is Tracy Collis and I'm a district councillor in Tararua. Mayor Rowley Ellis sends his greetings and his apologies to you today that he can't be with us. The Anzac Memorial Bridge is located at Kaiparoro, which is a small settlement just south of Ikirahuna. The bridge gives us a permanent reminder of the sacrifices that Anzac men and women made all those years ago. Ikirahuna is a small and resilient community, renowned for its community spirit. It's my privilege today to introduce you to two of our amazing volunteers, Peter Bryson and Lynette Jews, representing Friends of the Anzac Memorial Bridge, Kaiparoro.
It is delightfully imperfect.
It is pretty rough, but it's beautiful rough.
This symbolic span.
The Anzac Memorial Bridge over the Makakahi River, 10 kilometres south of Ikirahuna on State Highway 2.
Once essential, now bypassed, that stands for those who fell. It's, what's the word, authentic?
It's authentic, it's rustic. It was never going to be built to perfection in the early 1920s.
I get goosebumps. I see pain. We have the red, we have the blood. It's there in your face. It's reminding us where these names came from, the people behind the names.
6 of them, 6 young and brave, snatched from a small district reliant on muscle to break the land. The loss of 6 young lives to this community?
Absolutely huge. Even if there was one name, it would be too many.
2 of those names particularly dear to the heart of one Alfred Faulkner.
1854 to 1939.
The man who designed the bridge and led its construction.
Victor Faulkner here was Alfred's son. And on the other side, we've got at the top Donald Pallant's name, Alfred's nephew. The 2 of them died in Gallipoli.
So he's memorialising his son and a nephew.
And a nephew.
Can you conceive his state of mind at the time?
I can only just begin to imagine, you know, they were new in the district, then there's a war and family members go and they don't come home.
A lot of my childhood.
Peter Bryson is the great-grandson of the grieving bridge builder.
I feel a very strong bond to the bridge. It's a permanent marker of my memories. The little pool in the river that we used to splash around in as kids, not quite sure what Anzac meant as a young child, but it's certainly developing an awareness of that as I grew.
An awareness of a special place, a place of reverence, now embraced by an entire community.
Getting it ready for Anzac Day.
You going to keep going till it's all done?
Yep.
Not going to stop? Oh.
Awesome work!
Like or love?
Love.
Love it.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, just love it. I love the way people come together. It's enriching people's lives.
It's a beautiful thing. It stands out.
And forever it will stand.
And forever it will stand.
Formed in 2006, the Friends of the Anzac Bridge is a voluntary group passionately preserving the memory of volunteers who have passed before us. The young men and women who volunteered for active service in 2 wars on the other side of the world, and the volunteers of the community they left behind, who raised a memorial to their loved ones who never returned. Our purpose is to preserve the history of the bridge. Through our efforts, we teach the young of this and future generations of the sacrifice made by the young of a past generation. Our volunteer committee is a diverse group of people, with most living outside the Tararua district, some travelling from as far away as Auckland to attend meetings. We're a seriously resourceful group, gathering sponsorship from local businesses and support from other community organisations to help with maintenance. Biannually, 30 tonnes of limestone and its cartage are donated to maintain our extensively planted walkway, with soldiers from Linton Military Camp wheelbarrowing and spreading it. Local youth assisted with the painting of the bridge during our first restoration project, and families come out to help clean the bridge before Anzac Day each year. Through our activities, we have successfully restored the bridge from being neglected and forgotten in the middle of a cow paddock into the outstanding war memorial it is today, one of significance not only locally but nationally, with Heritage New Zealand placing the bridge under its protection by naming it a Category 1 historic building. We are proud that our volunteers have recognised this forgotten bridge and through a dedicated effort have had its significance recorded. We are now securing the bridge's future with a formal conservation and management plan, a guide for present and future guardians of the bridge. Our Anzac Day service is a relaxed and enjoyable community event with a bit of a difference, seeing an increasing attendance each year. At 2 p.m, the young cadets from 21 Squadron Air Training Corps set up a guard of honour and the service begins. The roll is called. The names of those memorialised on the bridge are read out one by one, allowing time for the families of each of the fallen and others who wish to lay a floral tribute. The children in particular gain a sense of participation by being included in this. The Anzac Bridge Fellow at the nearby New Zealand Pacific Studio has played an important role in engaging the community in the Anzac Day commemoration. In 2014, Anna Borri created a 10-metre long cloak featuring 800 harakiki poppies. Many school children and people within the community turned their hand at helping to craft the cloak, which they presented on Anzac Day with a blessing by local iwi. In 2015, Connor Podmore engaged the wider district residents, students and family descendants in a postcard writing project to their ancestors who had served. They also wrote their thoughts in war and peace. A card was dedicated to each of the fallen and read out at the Anzac Day service. Then over 150 cards were displayed in straight lines, like the gravestones on a war cemetery. The exhibition has travelled throughout the community. We have seen that by creating and sharing Anzac-related art, children and the community learn about history in a meaningful way. Not only the history of the bridge, but the history of what the bridge represents. The Friends of the Anzac Bridge then have revitalised a scattered community with their work. In this quote from her speech at our 2010 service, Associate Minister of Defence Heather Roy summed up what makes the volunteers of the Anzac Bridge so passionate about their cause. One small Kiwi bridge.
This humble bridge at Kaiparoro is a powerful symbol because it not only joined communities across a sometimes swollen river for 34 years, but now joins generations across decades in remembrance. In doing so, it is as powerful and effective as any bridge in the world. It is fit for purpose, it unites, it enables us to remember them.
Lest we forget. Thank you.